Alright, see it.
You guys record? Yeah, your phone got battery. Yeah.
Yo, I was in Korea for like a layover flight. I was supposed to be in Korea for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
After like, the whole South America shit.
For?
After the whole South America.
Yeah.
Or just to meet my family. But then,
Oh, you guys went for a vacation there?
Yeah, no, it didn't happen because of
Is it
coronavirus.
recording?
Yeah.
What is it?
Because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yo, so what they did that time, they wanted to swab people to see whether they're bringing the virus around. So they swabbed my phone, they swabbed my wallet, and they swabbed my bag. And then the dude comes back and
What do you mean by swab?
they take something to like wipe
Yeah.
your thing.
And then they're going to test.
Yeah, see whether you bring
You do
the
an
virus.
instant test.
Exactly.
How's the test like?
So the dude came back and he said like, oh, the machine tested positive. And I'm like, what the fuck? For cocaine.
Did you met with your fam was there?
No, it's just me.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. You met them at Korea.
Yeah, but yo, dude comes back and he tells me, yo, we detected cocaine on your shit.
Yeah.
And I was in an airport. And then I'm like, he asked, do you have any cocaine? Then I'm like, no, bro. And I was laughing, the whole time. It's like, no, bro. Then he said, can you please take out everything from your bag? Okay, fuck, I took out. No, I didn't, but I had other drugs with me. But more prescription, more like oxycodone, Adderall kind of thing, because you gotta stay
Shit that you can get away with.
Yeah, and I hidden it well. So like I took out my whole bag, I didn't take out the drugs.
Not advisable.
And then like
Carry on.
basically they saw my med box and I had a lot of pills inside.
Yeah.
Some for seizures, some for different purposes basically. I like to, experiment. And she asked, why do you have 8 boxes of this sildenafil? And I'm just like,
What is that?
how do I tell her it's Viagra?
Oh, okay. Then
So I had to tell her, I was just like, I had to, because she's in Korean, bro, so I had to do like my finger like up. Up.
What
I said erectile dysfunction. Oh, but in Korean I had like erectile dysfunction though.
But she would have probably, she probably speaks English. So you can just say, yeah, and then.
If I
I just got trouble getting my big part, or sometimes I want to go all night, say some shit like that.
Yeah.
And she's going to
I
be like,
want them for my Singapore friends.
This guy knows how to party.
Hell yeah. They were digging the head and the mustache, but all in all, I managed to pass through. Fucking South Korea, I tell you, the chicks were beautiful, bro.
Okay, what do you mean didn't happen? You didn't get a...
It's Corona, dude. South Korea started Corona really fast.
Are you serious? I thought it was from...
It was before us.
No, I know, but... So after China, and then we went to South Korea. So Korea, knowing you yes, you definitely want to have a go with the ladies.
No, it's just about the... Oh, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen because my family cancelled their flights.
Oh, you didn't even go to Korea?
I went to Korea but as a layover.
What do you mean?
Which means that my initial plan is to go to Korea for 2 weeks.
Yep.
But in the end, the last plan was that I go to Korea and I fly back to Malaysia.
You know what would be sick?
What?
That's coffee.
Right now?
Yeah. Sip on some coffee, yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't mind. Just
Put on some coffee. Just pour some shit so it doesn't die a little. So, okay, let's make Ravi feel welcome. Get right into it.
How's it going?
What's up, Rav?
Yo, is that a Juice WRLD, bro? Juice WRLD, ASAP, Kid Cut, Travis.
Rav's got it.
Is that smooth?
Are you live or you guys are recording or what?
Yeah.
Yo, we're recording right now, bro.
We've been recording for an hour,
Just talking about some real shit.
So you just went out and get some groceries? Oh man. Don't do us like that, Rav.
It's that kind of show, right? I don't know. Should we put on the green screen, kind of like GGN?
GGN's a funny shit.
Yo, dude, then like even the smoke they blow is fucking green color, man.
Rav,
Dude, you get a screen, huh?
the Netflix show did have a nice trip.
Yep.
Yo,
When do you watch it? I think I watched just today myself as someone that's not experienced, and you both are. Ben is probably the more seasoned veteran.
100%.
Yeah,
No.
and we've got
No doubt about that.
a good mixer. So as someone who has no idea, I only relate to it based on media, really appealing documentary. It's
Yeah, but
fun.
I think it not only shows what people experience using the drug, but it's how like they also talked about a little bit how the media portrayed it as bad like substance, right?
But low key though, like I was watching it for 10 minutes.
Yup.
It kind of seems like it's overhyping acid in general. And like people just come into it with an expectation and they'd be like, what the fuck is going on? You know, this shit is not right.
Wouldn't you say it's working? I mean, I think it's
Well, okay, to be honest,
thought it was-
if it makes people try, then
because I've already heard all this. I've heard this stereotype a lot of times, from everyone. But after watching that, I still thought, man, it's even more interesting. That's what I
I
thought.
think the thing that people are scared of the most with psychedelics is they'll think they'll lose their mind forever.
yeah,
I think that's a common misconception that people have.
agreed.
It's like you think you're gonna fucking jump off a building or some shit. People always say that.
Yo, remember Shen with the mushroom shit?
That was crazy. You know the story, right, Brian?
Yeah.
For 2 hours, man.
He straight up thought he died. He went to like heaven or hell,
Yeah, dude.
and he's like.
Am I?
But at the end of the day, he said he had a good time and he's done it again after that. So I don't know what the fuck he was tripping about, man. I really have no idea.
So low key though, like I think like bad trips is not really bad. It just takes a longer time to process like whatever you got from that trip kind of thing. So
Yeah.
if it teaches you at the end of the day, then it has to be somewhat beneficial, right?
I mean, there are people that study it and they say that it actually has like real benefits on treating people with like mental disorders.
Yeah.
Like it's a real thing.
Like depression.
Like
and
Joe
shit.
Rogan has guests like Terrence McKenna on his
Oh,
podcast and shit like
are you
that. And
serious?
he talks all about that shit. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't know. Did he actually have Terrence McKenna? I thought the guy's dead.
Maybe the guy said, maybe it's like, oh, is it Paul Slayman?
Yeah, Paul
Yeah.
Statement.
Who's
What
that?
do you call that? He's a scientist that works on
Oh,
mushrooms.
okay.
Okay, wow.
So it
Fungus.
wasn't Terrence McKenna,
Yeah.
it was his son, Ren.
Mycology.
Dennis
But he talked
McKenna.
about his dad's
Oh,
study.
okay.
Wow. Yo, Terrence McKenna's OG, bro, along with like Alan
Yeah, that's
Ross,
what I'm saying.
along with like Timothy Leary. Bro, all of them are OG class,
You
man.
know what I mean
Wow.
as well. But Joe Rogan is a big advocate for like shit like psychedelics and shit.
Yo, I actually blame him, like this shit's happening now. Like he's the one hyping it all up. That's why you got like
And that's true.
he's the one bringing it up here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the documentary just got released, so maybe they have that footage for a while now.
They've had it for a while.
For sure.
Yeah, it must be.
Because before that, the only video of Anthony Bourdain like talking about acid is on YouTube as well. But like he like completely makes it so vague. Like you can't pinpoint that he really tried it. So
Okay.
everyone was like, oh, what the fuck? Like I was so surprised when I saw Anthony Bourdain inside. I'm like,
Oh, really?
yeah, because
Yeah,
like that's the
for the
first
big
time he
movie.
said like I took LSD. Then I'm like, whoa, he said that shit. Like that's you're admitting on TV, you know, that shit's evidence.
I think-
in the documentary he went in great detail about it though, right?
For real?
Yeah, he did. He told the story.
Yeah,
of
right,
the one.
yeah.
Oh yeah, in the psychedelic thing.
No, the one
yes.
is the stripper, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, just now that one.
That's a cool story, bro.
You speaking of psychedelics, what psychedelics did you do in fucking your trip? You ended up doing ayahuasca.
Yeah, ayahuasca,
What's ayahuasca?
acid, 2CB. I didn't have any peyote or salvia. I really wish I had. No mushrooms either.
Yo, I thought ayahuasca is a place.
No, it's not. I went inside the Amazon in Colombia to do ayahuasca.
Okay, please. Okay, explain to Brian what the hell ayahuasca is.
Bro, ayahuasca is also a place, right?
No,
No, it's a drug.
Okay.
Ayacucho is a place. Yes,
Ayahuasca is the actual drug, I'm pretty sure.
Yo, so basically, I went into the
The
forest,
different
bro. If you wanted to cook your food, you use an axe and you chop the wood, and you throw it inside the furnace, and you
Where did
fucking
you find this place? How did you find this place?
Basically, I was at Ecuador, and then I was meeting a dude, and I was like, yo, I'm going to Colombia for ayahuasca. He said, oh, is it Mocoa, which is like a small ass town. Like the only way to get there is on this road called Trampoline of Death, where you just ride a car and it shakes like so next to the cliffside and just like shaking non-stop.
How do you get
Oh
that?
my god.
Like on a small van
But
with all locals.
But how do you so it's like a tour, like a shuttle bus.
Kind of, yeah.
And are they
You found it
all?
from like a tourist place or what?
No, dude, it's not a tourist place, dude. Like, it's just in
Just
the
pass
forest.
around.
Yeah.
Are they those people on the shuttle bus? Are they
Yeah.
there for the same reason?
No, they're locals.
So they just want to get to somewhere.
Yeah. Then,
Oh,
like,
shit.
so basically, bro, that's insane. So, like, I went down there and, like, you see this crazy ass dude. I went into a taxi, this crazy ass dude stopped me, he stopped the whole car. And
Yeah.
he's like, yo, give me some money, like, I need some money, like, the drugs is too strong. And he's like, I need it to wear out, blah, 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 all that shit.
You said it in Spanish.
No, he said in perfect English. And I'm like, dude,
Why?
I don't know, dude, he's probably still high on
No,
ayahuasca.
but is he a local?
No, he
He's a
looks
tourist lah.
like, yeah, he looks like a tourist.
Oh,
Or he's
man.
been in South
You
America.
remember fucking that road?
He's been in South America
Yeah.
for a long time for sure.
Okay.
Like just
Oh.
leeching off.
You gotta be
Okay.
there for a long time to have the balls to pull a heist.
No lah, dude, it's all like that, dude. South America's like cowboy place, man. But
Yeah, dude, I cannot imagine. Okay, continue your story.
yeah, dude. So I went into the hostel. It was in the forest, and like there's no electric basically, so you sleep without aircon, and yeah, you just meet a bunch of people there. And that night itself, we had ayahuasca, and then there was the shaman that came. He gave us everything while he played the drums and he
So
played.
Colombia, you went to Mocoa.
I went to Castro first, then like a few different
Too many
places.
names.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mocoa.
Mocoa, then there's a forest nearby.
Yeah.
It's near the Amazons.
How do you get to the shuttle bus? That's all. How do you
Oh,
you
I
organize that shit or?
I did it myself. I went to the bus station and
Yeah.
just
Oh, it's
just stand there
okay
and
because people actually want to go to there because they live there.
But how did you know Mocoa was the place to go?
from
Like, how do you find that
from the
hostel?
guy at Ecuador.
Not the internet?
From no.
Oh, just from a dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
From a dude like
A random ass dude or what?
we stayed in the same hostel. So usually in a hostel we just make friends, we talk and shit.
Damn.
God,
Spanish?
God.
Yo, my ayahuasca was like 80 ringgit, bro.
So
Like
it's-
100 ringgit. Yeah. 100 ringgit, bro. It's like fucking instead of like
So
what's up?
you paid. Okay, so you went to the place. You paid that shit.
Yeah, I paid.
So,
I stayed there as well, and then basically we just drank the ayahuasca, and then everyone huddled around the fire while the shaman plays music, and then you just wait for your trip to kick in. There's a lot of hammocks where you can lie down.
Right.
For me, I was like staring at the fire for 1 hour, so I'm like, fuck this shit, man. So I decided to lay down on the hammock.
So so
What's up?
so okay. From Mocoa,
Yeah.
you took a bus to Mocoa,
Yes.
and at Mocoa you got off. You got down the bus.
Yeah.
Where do you go to? And how do you know where to go to?
This
Step
one
by
is
step.
hard. This one is hard because it was
Yeah,
going to
you
be
tell it.
sundown.
Try to tell it as
It's going to be sundown, so I didn't want to take the risk of, because it's still like a few kilometers outside of Mocoa. So I just took a cab to
Okay.
end of the world.
yeah, but
from
I feel-
Mocoa to the ayahuasca place.
Yeah, Mocoa to the ayahuasca place. The ayahuasca place is called End of the World.
Ralph, I feel like
That's
bands.
just the jungle. I
Yeah.
have to ask.
I feel like okay.
So, how many people did you trip with in that
I
ayahuasca?
think like 10 other dudes. Like, let me pull up the picture. Oh, it's on my phone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, fun fact, dude. The baby took 3 drops of ayahuasca. A kid. There was a 4-year-old kid or 3 years old, bro.
Oh,
He took 3 drops.
wait.
3 drops, yo.
She drops a lot.
Yeah, it's not really, but they said that
but still.
for the baby to be inside here, it kind of needs to have the energy. So they gave the baby some ayahuasca. Like the same energy, you know, so we are on the same wavelength and shit.
Sometimes as a kid, bro.
I mean, let's just say that they
Jaden Smith trip as a kid, like he turned out,
Oh, did he?
yeah,
What do you mean as a kid though?
like that's how he started posting all those tweets, like those weird ass tweets.
I know, but it's not as a kid though. It's not
Yeah,
as a,
but
like.
As a kid, it's probably like
Okay, like teenager.
under 10 or
Oh,
Oh, that's
no.
dope.
even. I mean, the baby's 3, man.
why would you like give LSD to a 10-year-old? I think 18 years old is good, like after school, where you have like a construct of the world in your mind,
Mm.
and then like you can just like question a bit of that construct that you've built over 18. Like, you know what they say, right?
Yeah.
Like common sense
So I don't
is a
understand what.
Or you can take it before you get into the world.
no.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Can you imagine what a kid would trip? No, like what are they imagining in their head?
Not really.
You
Not
can't-
really much stuff, but I think 18 you will have more introspective thoughts. Like when you're a teenager, you have angst, right? A lot of angst.
Yeah.
Then you come down from that and you go into uni and you have like maybe they'll question their ego for a bit because like high school is always it's a popularity contest.
Yeah, it's just part of growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't really have that in high school.
But we are popular.
And there's a lot of like chemical imbalances in your body as well as a teenager, so.
Yeah. I
Yes,
think just
Ben thinks it's
question-
popular in high school.
just question. I think I was. Were you I'm sure you're the same, Ram. I'm sure you're the fucking same.
Bro, come on, bro. Anyone sports.
Anyone who plays sports is popular.
Yeah.
Depends what sports. Gary played chess.
Oh my god, this has come
Dude, they always say Canadians have the nicest people.
Australia is
Yeah,
equally
exactly.
nice.
Yeah. Hey, you been to
But Australians are nice as well, though. Like, Phil
Yeah.
said Australians are pretty nice as well.
I wasn't that surprised when he said that, man. Like, because he was comparing to, he definitely had more experience with Canadian people, but I wouldn't be surprised that everyone in Australia is just.
Yeah. I came back from Australia and started wishing people good morning in like Singapore and Malaysia, and people are like, what the
People are like,
fuck?
what the fuck, right?
Am
Yeah.
I visible to the general public now? You know, like
Exactly, and people don't even ask, how are you?
yeah, exactly.
No, but,
I think
but
that's
don't
a
you think,
shame.
Right?
no matter what, if you do that,
You can ask small talk.
is most of the time it's a positive reaction. Even though they are,
No, it's not. They're genuinely surprised. Like, why are you talking to me?
okay,
In Colombia,
What
everyone.
do you want from me?
Yeah,
no,
dude,
Colombia is not,
dude, Colombia, everyone says hi. Even when you
Oh,
walk
okay.
on the street, on stranger, just wish them good afternoon.
Ralph, one of my very first experience like with someone, like just actually noticing how different the culture is, right? I was in Germany, I forgot how old I was, 13, 14. And this boy that he was a Malaysian boy and he migrated there after 2 years. We were walking in the forest. It's literally a forest behind the housing area. There's a forest, so we were just walking. They called it the woods.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
the woods is, you know how the woods look like, right? Like the trees are, there's a certain distance. Yeah, so a certain distance between the trees that's shade of the woods.
Right.
And there's this old man walking through, and he walked past us, and the little boy just said, good morning. He said Danke in German.
Yeah.
And I thought it was all of us, my whole family, everyone thought it was super weird.
That the kid just stopped at the random ground.
Yeah.
Woods.
But
From the
it's so
woods,
normal,
bro.
dude. Because
You might be a caveman.
If that happened in Malaysia, you probably think the kid's gonna get fucked or some shit. I was in Singapore in high school. I went to Singapore with a couple of my friends.
so when you
And
go
I
there,
took the MRT to go somewhere. And I swear to God, this fucking like 40-year-old auntie bumped into me. I didn't bump into her, I was standing still. She
Yeah.
bumped into me.
Yup.
And instead of saying sorry, she just said, never mind, huh? She said, never mind. I just say never mind, bro.
No, but was she angry or pissed or?
She just like, never mind, like, fuck you.
So never mind her, dude. I wouldn't even accept your apology.
And I wasn't even mad, I just thought it was fucking funny.
So she bumped into you and she said never mind.
Yeah.
I guess maybe they have a different way of expressing their thing, just like parents, Asian parents. I don't know.
I think it's just everything's so off. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's like the time Jasmine's sister congratulated me. Congratulations, and I said you're welcome. And Ralph,
That's different though.
and she didn't react at all.
Actually, you're right. It might be like that as well.
It's like that because it doesn't make
Say the
sense.
wrong thing by accident.
Maybe she like just tuned out after that. She's like, what?
Never mind.
It's like, oh, he's gonna say thank you, so I'm just gonna like ignore that shit.
Maybe she was thinking about something else as well.
Who wants to
Maybe
see?
she picked the wrong words.
Who wants to
Yes, I
see
understand,
my
I
shaman?
didn't hear a lot of Singaporean accents.
Okay, Ralph, when was your first time hearing a Malaysian accent?
Malaysian accent probably in Melbourne. Malaysian accent?
Ralph, okay, what? So who was the first person you talked to that had Malaysian accent?
No, but I know how Malaysian accent sounds like.
How do you know? How would you know?
Like, do they have like Amazing Race Asia on AXN or some shit? I don't know, I'm sure I've heard it somewhere. Okay, so, you know who Adam Khoo is?
So familiar. Who's that? An artist?
He's a motivational speaker. He does that to like fucking high school kids and shit.
Yep. What happened?
Basically, I just went to it's a character building camp or whatever. So I went to his camp.
Character villain guy. Okay.
My parents sent me.
Yep.
So, because that was the first time I was like heavily exposed to Singaporean accents. Because I heard it every fucking day. And like I had friends who had Singaporean accents because Like they were from Canada or some shit. So they studied in Singapore. So after that camp, I started talking with a fucking Singaporean accent for like 3 days.
So everyone in the camp was wait, where was the camp in Singapore?
In Jakarta.
And everyone
There was a lot of like Singaporean like teachers and shit like.
how old were you, Rob?
That come from that.
Ralph, tell me everyone was
Oh,
like
no, no.
international kids.
Like 9th grade or some shit. Not like 9th grade. Maybe 7th grade.
So your parents realized it. Did they laugh at
Yeah,
you?
they're like, what the fuck? Yeah, 100%. Just like how they laughed at me when I got the Malaysian accent.
Oof. Dong.
You know what I think is way funnier than that is when you hear a white person speaking like a Malaysian.
They have though. They have that video though. That Singapore like
No,
the motherfucker, the white guy.
That's
like,
that is
Oh
hilarious.
my god. Have you seen it, bro?
Yeah, I see.
the
You
motherfucker.
gotta tell Jay to pull that shit out, bro.
But
Throw it to the crowd, man.
but
That's
yeah, Ralph,
this
if you
video-
put that shit up, people are gonna laugh, dude. They're gonna think it's hilarious.
Dude, it's so fucking retarded, dude. I thought it was fake. When I first saw it, I thought it was fake. I swear.
But okay, my first experience was like when I was speaking to a white person, when I was working at Zara, and one of my colleagues, she's got a really banging border.
Oof.
And she was really
Tell me you've done her, bro. Okay, now on camera, we're
She
gonna
was
cut
really-
this part out.
no, I wish
No, why? You
okay,
don't have to cut that shit out, dude.
yeah,
No
but
censorship. No
bro,
censorship on this
I thought it was so funny when, because after working with her for a while, we always have the same shift. It's so funny that
It was on purpose.
it's so funny that I can tell that
Censored
she's trying, she starts to have like this Malaysian slang a little bit, and I just think it's so funny because the whole time
Unbelievable.
no, but
She got it off you.
yeah, she got it off me, but
The whole
Ralph.
time you thought you were talking
Yeah,
to Goin.
Yes, that's the thing, Ralph. The whole time, man, that's the thing. The whole time I thought that I'm talking like a guano.
Oh,
Right.
maybe she's banging another Malaysian boy and she's like, yo, I should
No,
have
but
given
that's
her.
normal for the human brain though.
Yeah.
How conformity. I learned that shit in psychology class.
They say like you're the average of the 5% you hang out with. That's
can't-
like the biggest.
Yeah, that too, but like just how I picked up a Malaysian accent. It's just conformity.
Then
Like, it happens
Ravi, it took
naturally.
him 2 weeks. So
Because you just want to fit in.
it was so funny. Not only you want to fit in, Ralph, you don't realize it at all.
100%.
When you speak it every day, I mean like.
Oh, Ralph, Sabrina's boyfriend, what's his name? Mark.
Oh my god, Daniel.
He's an Ecuadorian.
Yes.
And when they told me he's Ecuadorian, I just thought they're shitting. He looks like a Malaysian.
Ecuadorian.
Yeah.
From
He
Ecuador.
talks like a Malaysian and he looks
Exactly like a Malaysian.
because he's.
He doesn't really look like a Malay. He could look like a Malay, but not a
He
typical
can
Malay.
pass off as a Malay just the way because of the way he talks though. So you think
Yeah, he
he's
just talks exactly like a Malaysian, but he's Ecuadorian. And I thought they were like fucking with me.
Damn.
But he was dating the friend for like, I think 2 years. So that's why he talks like that.
Right. But I mean like, wow. That just shows like in a relationship, right? Like maybe who's the more dominant one, then like the other one will conform to them. Maybe the girl's running the fucking relationship because that's how Asian girls are like.
I think it's just a social group.
Yeah.
He spoils her so much, bro. Like he spoils her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, but Sabrina's cool. It's not like she's making
Yeah, it's not like she's whack.
her bitch or anything like that.
I
If
think
you're
'cause-
watching this, Sabrina, we love you.
He treats her very like nice.
You know who's Sabrina?
I don't know. I just give her a shout out.
Okay. Oh my god.
I just popped some ecstasy with him yesterday.
Yesterday,
boy. Is it a come down right now?
Yeah, dude, a little bit.
Damn, yo, how's Melbourne ecstasies, man?
It's good, man. It's good.
Got some meth in there?
It's not, man. But not even once, bro.
Rob,
My shaman?
let me tell you about the topics that I came up with. It sounds pretty lame, wait.
We are talking about having a nice trip though.
Okay, Rob. I wrote down movies, personal faves, and then influential media,
Okay.
college experience, local and overseas.
Give me that list.
My topic was just like choking and stuff. I could talk for days about girls, man. Like,
Oh yeah, dude. You can drop this about a little bit.
but like choking, I was
Bro.
just thought,
For the first time ever, man, I got some of these boys.
woo, yes. Hey, get a rope, bruv. Learn to tie.
Yeah, you told me that. But
Yeah.
fuck, man, it sounds complicated, bro.
Dude, tomorrow I'm gonna meet a girl. I'm bringing a rope and a gag. Just 2 things only. I just put in my pocket.
Hey, Ben,
Do you think
get a room with your bodies, bro?
but do you think like 80-90% of girls like that shit?
Well, even if they don't like it, at least they can try it out, which is a
They
new
will still think
experience for them.
it's yeah.
Yeah, it's something special.
But I think, yeah, bro, like, you can't just do the same shit for 8 years, you know what I mean? Did he get kidnapped? Is that fake news or real?
Oh, that was real news, bro.
Bro.
Like, okay, so basically,
Really?
Lima is one of the biggest cities in the world, right? So I came to Lima. I came to Lima to actually catch a concert
Peru?
first. Yeah, Peru, exactly. So like, I'll tell you something, man. Like, well, Ravi can't see us. Okay, no. So like, I just came from like a wildlife reserve where I didn't have internet for 4 or 5 days, and I rushed over to Lima, and then after that, I went there because there was a DJ. His name is Modeling, and like I love him, dude. Like, so basically, I went to catch his concert. So I went out alone, and then after that, I was over there. I was making friends. People were pouring me drinks the whole time. We were smoking weed.
In a club.
Yeah, it was in a club. It was in a club, and I went like one person, so I just had to like talk to someone, just to like blend in.
To a dude.
So I was really fucking wasted, man. At the end of the night, so it was pretty much a blur, but all I remember was I was speaking to 2 dudes, and then I just like passed the fuck out.
Okay, okay.
Like,
Oh Ben, it was that club that you told me about, right? 6,000 people in the town.
no, that's another night. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
Basically, you passed out. You're drinking and then suddenly you're drunk and you passed out.
I think I went outside the club.
Did they actually knock you?
I don't know, because the next day my head is damn pain. So I just wake up.
But was there a bomb?
I didn't check. Because
That means there's probably no bomb.
I just wake up. I wake up in the middle.
I think you would bruise. You're bruised.
Yeah, you would know, man, if someone smashed you.
In South America, there's this thing called scopalamin, and usually girls would do this to you in the club. All they gotta do is just blow it at you, and you pass the fuck out. That's scopalamin. Yeah,
What did they do that? They robbed you, is it?
yeah, they rob you.
Who told you about that?
I only know that in Colombia. One guy told me. But
Okay,
then,
so
yeah, I just woke up.
so you were knocked out?
I just woke up in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, bro, my head fucking hurts. I'm still drunk from last night. Okay, check my pockets.
What time was
Okay,
it?
Like 8 a.m., 8 a.m.
Wow, that's not that long, man. So you passed out for a few hours.
Yeah, I passed out for like 2 hours.
Yeah, but that's not what happened though. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
You
in the
mean
middle
Check your
of no.
pocket.
Yeah,
Or
then
it's fine, or not
nothing,
fine.
dude. I just have my lighter and my cable, whatever I'm wearing, and my chains. My fucking chains.
Your wallet is completely gone.
No, my wallet, power bank, phone, all gone. I'm like, in my mind, I'm just like, fuck it, dude. Like, fuck this shit. It's about time I got robbed.
Yeah.
Then after
I
that,
don't know about that.
yeah, so I'll be at the side of the road. This place looks like a desert. I kind of recognize this and like, oh, okay, I'm in a town. Because I've been to a lot of towns. And then like, I just hailed the taxi. I said, okay, I want to go back to my house. And then I told him where my house is. He comes and tell me that it's too far. Then I'm like, what the fuck do you... And I have to say this all in Spanish. And it's like, it's too far. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean too
Can you
far?
say that in Spanish right now?
Porque luego en mi casa. Porque luego en mi casa.
Jesus.
Yeah. I was like, why?
So you picked up a bit of Spanish, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
Survival Spanish.
survival or I think it's pretty good Spanish, right?
To be honest, the only motivation for me to learn Spanish was the Latina girls. I just wanted it was too far. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? It's like, okay, this place is 2 hours outside of the city. And I'm like, what? And I'm like telling him like, okay, where do I find a bus back?
Yep.
And then he said there's only one bus station here. Then he told me direction. So I spent the next 5 minutes trying to find a bus station. I couldn't find a bus station.
Yep.
So, and I was a bit drunk, so I just went to a taxi. I said, bring me to this bus station. So, that guy brought me to the bus station, but he demanded for money, obviously. And I said, dude, I only have a lighter and a cable. And then I passed him the lighter. Okay, fine, I give you my cable, fine, fuck. That was the original Apple cable. And then I went up, then I waited for the bus.
You tell him it's original.
No. I waited for the bus. And then, okay, basically I asked the guy, and you won't believe their buses, dude. Like, their buses has no smart touch system or anything. It's literally like one guy, he'll come down every stop and just yell the stations, and people will just go up if they hear the station that they're going to. There's no proper shit. So I told him where I wanted to go, and he brought me up. So okay, fine. I sat there for a while, like 5-10 minutes.
The ticket, like, did he?
Yeah, then he came over to ask me for money, and then I said, my money is at my house. Like, your dinero es en mi casa. Then after that, right, he's like, okay, get down. I'm like, okay, fine. So I got down at the next stop, and then I wait for other buses to come, the next bus that goes to the city. And I went up and did the same thing until I reached the city.
Okay.
So you have to get off the bus.
Around 4 to 5 times. Yeah. So just like I just hustled my way back.
Well,
like
you-
without money.
That would have some anxiety that happened.
You know,
Yeah.
man, honestly,
It's like starting out in nowhere.
honestly, it's just
So
like
you didn't get kidnapped though. You got drugged, they robbed you, they dropped you off at some point.
Yeah. But they might have nabbed me. I don't know how no one noticed that. I never stayed in a place for more than 7 days. Then I was like really burnt out, so I continued staying in Lima while waiting for my phone and wallet, and I went to this party hostel. And let me tell you this, it was the best time. Imagine having a club.
you have to get a new card, right? It's straight like that.
Yeah, it's sent from Malaysia. My mom did it. My mom helped me.
Holy shit, that's sick. How long did it take? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
How much money did they take from you actually in your wallet? How much?
100 ringgit.
Oh, gee.
I stashed extra money in my house before I came out because I always knew that this was a possibility. It's just about time it happened.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Not expected.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah, that's
yo, the party hostel was fun though. Like you'll be reeling coke off the kitchen table in daylight. Everyone looking at 12 a.m. Like 12
Is that
p.m.
music blasting?
Yeah, of course, dude. Like if I show you now, it's crazy.
It's like a massive orgy.
Was it?
Yo, dude, that's where I realized sex is a necessity. You know, it's like one of the base needs of human beings. Yeah.
You realize.
Yeah, it's like the base need. Everyone needs sex, bro. Like it's a base need, dude. Like
Yeah, so
horny
what made you
chicks.
realize that? What made you realize that?
Dude, just I know this dude. His name is Gonzalo, and like, yo, he was just staying there and banging chicks. And these chicks love it. So every night, look, like imagine you stay in a hostel, right? And people stay in a hostel for 2-3 days.
He stayed there
So,
for
like-
2 years.
So like, bro, the amount of chicks coming through is like insane, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, it is.
He could be
Now
cuddling
that
with
you mentioned it.
like fucking one girl the next night, then she leaves and say, "Oh, I love you, bye bye." And then another girl comes in that night and she's ready to party. Bam!
Yeah. Right.
It's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
It's all the
Yeah,
love that
you,
you.
you probably get burned out though, no? Don't you think?
Like
How long
from
do you
sex.
do that?
Oh, dude, come on. When cocaine is just like 15 ringgit, what the fuck is burnout, dude? What the fuck is sleep? But yo, they could be traveling from Sydney, they could be traveling from
Yeah.
Queensland or whatever, interstate, inter-country travel.
Right. So back to the Latinos movie.
It was passion, dude. They are so passionate. They know they're not going to meet you again, but like, they just spout shit that's, I don't know, dude. Okay, number one, ass is a norm over there, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Like if you don't have ass, it's like Asian not getting A. You know what I mean? It's like you dishonor your family, bro. Like,
What are you talking about? Let's talk about grades, right?
yeah, dude, like you're dishonoring your family, bro. Like for real. And like,
Damn, son.
and they're so passionate.
Damn.
Yo, okay, imagine this. Like as an Asian, you don't know where your privilege are. White guys come over to our country and girls love that shit, right? Yo, it's the same if like a Chinese dude goes to South America,
Yup.
bro. It's like banging a white guy. Number one, they're
Ah,
curious.
really?
Yo, dude, they love K-pop and they love anime.
They do? Oh, yeah.
Yo, in Lima, there was so many K-pop people, dude. Like they see me on the streets, they shout at me.
What do they say?
Do you know? Okay, do you know what?
Oh my god, my mind is blown right
Got
now.
parents came up to me before and say, oh, where are you from? And I say, oh, Chino de Malaysia. Then they're like, blah blah. I say, can you take a photo with our daughter? Do you want to know something? Bro,
Oh, sorry.
got one girl came up to me in Chile and she
Casa
said,
bonita.
can I kiss you? Then I'm like, it's not for free. Then
Then she liked it even
basically
more.
What's the context of this? Where were you? What time is it?
It was at a shopping mall 9 p.m. I was just walking with my friend.
Your friend, which is a
What
local.
deal?
My friend is a white guy.
Was he like, damn, I wish I was you?
Bro,
Oh,
She-
where did you find your friend?
we're in the same hostel.
Ravi got friends everywhere, dude. What do you mean, where?
So like, bro, she kissed me while her friends took photo of her kissing me. And I'm like, when are we going out? And then yeah, she said she's underage.
Oh,
Cut this shit out.
how old are you?
16, bro.
Yeah, no. So basically, like, bro, like, dude, we are privileged, man.
Yeah,
I mean-
so how about the pub in South America?
Honestly, after that one, I didn't really go out much. But I would say everyone's on coke. Everyone use coke is
Bro.
a normal thing.
I would say that I
This
don't
can
know,
be techno.
I don't know why I also have I also think that South Americans they are more fond of like the girls are more fond of Asian guys
Because we are not there.
than
We're
white
not
girls. I'm saying in
You're like a
Melbourne.
rare Pokemon, bro.
there.
Yeah, but I mean compared to the white people, the South Americans,
Yeah.
those are more fond of Asian guys
Yeah,
compared
because
to the
you
whites.
think about it, they have black people.
I-
They have
I don't know what, like,
Because they're not
Sorry.
local, is that what you're trying to
They
say?
have the white dudes from US, so they've seen white dudes already.
what do you mean?
We should go Brazil. I mean, not now. They have like the highest death case. But like, dude,
What, man? You go to South America, I've never been to any South America.
Brazil and Colombia is the best girls. Don't go Peru.
Okay, so how's the club scene like?
Techno on coke. My New Year's, I partied
All locals,
until
no like tourists.
those upscale areas they would have, like the Chapel Street of that country
Okay.
or that town or that city, they would have, but usually no. They
Did
wouldn't.
you study before you went there?
No.
Not at all.
Zero, bro. I went there
So-
with zero. After
So
I
one day you didn't know like real big, and then how did you pick it up?
the moment I took it seriously was the first time I fucking banged a Latina girl. In the hostel, people speak English.
Just they're internationals.
Yeah, but local, very few, dude. Very, very few.
Very
You should totally go, dude. Like, I mean, Brazil's your turf, right?
Why is Brazil
Yeah,
like this though?
It's BJJ.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
That's
bro.
true.
Sao Paulo, Rio de
Sao
Janeiro. God damn, bro. Brazilians are beautiful, man. I tell you that. Yeah, and they're thick. Turn on. Gonna clear my throat, do some vocal training. Oh, dude, put this in like the outtakes thing.
You went for vocal training before?
Yeah. I signed up last year. But my teacher thought I was fucking hopeless.